Good morning, everybody. This is Henry Kramer, 605 Chaser. I want to give you a 7-day forecast. Here's Rapid City looking for 50s today, and then we cool down with 30s for highs. And then Sioux Falls, we've got 40s, maybe reaching 50 again today. Very close. And then we certainly have Aberdeen with the lower temperatures there. We're going to have the teens by your mid-work week. As you can see, average highs are 22, and then 38 for Rapid City is the average high. And then you got Sioux Falls. That is going to have a possibility of some mixed precip in between Monday and Tuesday. So watch out, folks. Let's go ahead and turn our eyes over to the severe weather risk for today. We do have Mississippi, Alabama, all those areas under a moderate risk of severe weather. What we're showing here right now as this recording is going on, there is these tornadoes, radar indicated tornado warnings, a couple of different ones. Let's go ahead and span out this yellow with the blocks of black is the tornado watch in all of this yellow. And then we do have severe thunderstorm watches up in this area here, which would end up being over all the way over to Fort Worth, Texas area, and even into parts of Arkansas, southwest Arkansas, Hope and Camden areas. We've got some stronger storms here, but they're not to the severe level yet. So you're going to want to watch out for those. Let's go ahead and take a look at what's going to be happening for today in areas of South Dakota. Well, this morning we're dealing with some dense fog that'll expire in the next 90 minutes. So by, sometime about 10 o'clock this morning, Central Standard Time. That fog was pretty thick last night. Other areas of the regions, we do have major winter storm warnings out in the hills of Wyoming and Idaho, even into parts of northern Utah. Lots and lots of rain going on out into the western part of the U.S., clear out into Redding, Eureka, even Oregon, and all the way up to just west of Portland and Salem are dealing with all that. And then we do have a excessive rainfall outlook, marginal risk for that in areas all the way up into New York. And then what we're going to end up seeing here at this point is all of this is going to shift further east. These storms are going to shift further east. Let's go ahead and put the day 2 outlook on there. So this is all going to shift east and north. We're going to end up seeing areas like Atlanta, Columbus, even all the way up into Charlotte and Greensboro are going to be in the risk for severe weather as we have changes. They are a-coming. But look at all the gray blocks here. That is all of the fog, dense fog, lots of moisture, and lots of cooler air on tap out here in the mountainous ranges. So let's go ahead and take a look at South Dakota over the next 24 to 48 hours. We'll take a look at the NAM 3K. And this may be a little too far, or not far enough out yet, but we'll take a look at what this moisture looks like. Yeah, not a whole lot that we're going to be able to see. Lots of cloud cover on its way, but let's go ahead and since we do have a short range model, let's go ahead and take a look at what things might look like down in Louisiana over the course of the day. This is NAM 3K. We'll take a look at HRRR, which is, in my opinion, more trustworthy when it comes to severe weather. The 8 a.m. look, you definitely got those storms. They are brewing. And then 3 p.m., we have them refire and just move on through. Overnight hours, Alabama, you could end up having some your wind threat there because you will see this line of storms here, as well as on the backside of that, more into the Mississippi area. Those will push over into Atlanta for tomorrow. Early morning hours, you're going to wake up to some rumbling storms. And then by the late morning, those will start pushing off. That's as far off as far out as I could go with the NAM 3K. Let's go ahead and take a look at HRRR and see if that's a little bit better of a. Oh yeah, they definitely have that. This is a weather model that I trust with regards to where the best potential is for those storms. And as you can see, it builds in the afternoon. It's going to be a little bit hard. Let me go back to a 12Z update for HRRR. Even though that's an hour later than I wanted, timing of this update. So as you can see, in the afternoon hours, it gets even more intense. So while you have storms this morning, you are seeing potential for redevelopment later this afternoon, early on, and that's when the most intense storms are going to be pushing through, according to this HRRR weather model. And then as you go into the overnight hours, there it is, Atlanta, Montgomery, Alabama areas, all the way through the morning hours of tomorrow. All right, let's go ahead and take a quick peek at GFS. That will, or NAM 12K, that'll give us an idea areas of South Dakota, what we're expecting, the timing of the snow. Don't want a 10 to 1. Let's go ahead and take a look at the precip type. All right, as you can see, areas of snow out in Idaho area. GFS was updated at 7 a.m., so this should go out quite a ways. But I'm just going to pass through here so you can kind of see some of the icing that's over in the Rochester area of Minnesota. And then as you get into the 30th, we do start seeing that rain wintry mix as we get into the 30th. Let me just double check here. Whoops, played that a little too fast. Now, you do see by the evening hours that certainly switches off at 6 p.m. Up here. You can see that that switches to a more snow precip type than anything. And then even areas of northwestern Iowa could end up seeing stronger snowfall rates as we get into that 30 dBz. We'll have to see how that plays out. The GFS has a tendency to overdo things a little bit. But by the time we get done with the 30th, things are pushing out of here. Early morning hours, it's pretty much gone. So we have basically some time for the whole state here. If we're looking at this would be on the 30th overnight hours, all the way through the whole day of the 30th, and then by the 31st, 6 a.m., that's pretty much exited out of our area. Let's go ahead and take a look at, oh, I apologize, that was the NAM 12K. So that would be a much more trusting one. Let's go to GFS and see what that says. All right, had to have that update. Let's go ahead and see the 30th. That puts it as rain at 6 a.m. and a heavier band of snow out in the western hills of South Dakota. This probably is looking at maybe 38 dBz, 36, yeah. So that's a heavier band of snow that's possible there. By the time we get to the early morning hours, we still see rain in areas of Sioux Falls. And this is putting it more of a rain event. But heavier bands of snow continue over central part of Nebraska, like your Broken Bow, between Broken Bow and O'Neill, Nebraska, and then rain on the east side of that. And this is showing that less likely to have a snow in northwestern Iowa. Everything remains to be seen because, with these two different weather models, really polar opposites of each other. One showing that Sioux Falls could get some heavier bands of snow, and then the other one showing that it's going to be more rain. It's still up in the air. It all depends on how quickly this goes and where that low pressure system uh, holds itself. Let's go back to the NAM 12K real quick. I do want to take a look and see what the NAM 12K shows for us having for a 10-to-1 ratio. So 10-to-1 ratio, what that means is that means that for every 1 inch of rainfall is equal to 10 inches of snow. That's how it's equivalent. We use that 10-to-1 ratio to have a good idea of what the snowfall might be. All right, so this is overall, this is between the update that happened today at 7 a.m. and whatever time is up in the top portion here. So don't worry about too much. There we go. So once we go start 9 a.m., so from 9 a.m. on the 30th, according to this model, through 6 a.m., actually it looks like it pushes off a little bit. So between 9 a.m. on the 30th and 3 a.m. on the 31st, let's go ahead and put a measurement on that to see what we show. So it looks like 1 to 2 inches, and then of course out in the hills, Black Hills, you're going to end up seeing maybe 6 inches. Brookings area, that's a little concerning. Madison, if you have plans over by between Highway 14 and I-90, that would be a big concern area. Areas north of Mitchell, over by Alpena and Wessington Springs, they could end up with 7 inches of snow. That definitely will wreak havoc. And then 3 inches here by Del Rapids, 5 inches. Sioux Falls, that's what we want to get to. There is a tight gradient again, as usual. We have 3 inches. So 2 to 3 inches is possible. That certainly is about what we've been kind of saying. So we'll have to see. And then there is a pocket of cooler air right here by Sioux City. You could end up with between 4 and 6 inches in this swath here by the time it's all said and done. So we got all the areas. Now Aberdeen, that's more going to be just your light flurries. Not too bad. Let's go ahead and take a look at the wind, because we do want to see what that is expecting to do as well. Because I did hear that there's a possibility of some wind with this. It could be before or it could be during. Let's go ahead and take a look at that, though. Well, it does not look like it's going to be anything excessive. Now let's take a look at the gusts and see what those might be up to. Ooh, it's going to be gusting. So there could be some extremely low visibility at times on the 30th if you're going anywhere on I-90 on the 30th. So if we have gusts at 30 miles an hour, and then we have that 4 to 6 inches of snowfall. That's definitely going to increase or decrease our visibility. Look at areas of Nebraska, 40 to 50 miles an hour. So we'll have to see how that plays out with regards to the moisture. And so the wind is going to come afterwards. It looks like a little bit of the gusts during and a little bit of the gusts after. So areas of Sioux Falls, the big wind gusts will show up in the evening hours, and that's actually when this model suggests that we'll end up having that snowfall, the more intense snowfall come through. So that's what we have for areas there. Let's go ahead and take a look at the European model so we can kind of see what the world is going on with regards to the jet stream. You'll be able to see this a little bit better. 500 millibars. Take a look at these. You'll see the dive deep here with the cold air in a little bit. Just have to wait for the bar to update here. All right, so as we get into the 29th, you can see it starting to dip areas right here, and that is where all that cold air is rushing in. And then we get a couple more waves of cold air. You can see this ends up showing that we have warmer air pushing over into areas like Colorado and all of that on the first week of January. But then what happens is we dip again right in here, big dip. Let's go ahead and take a look at the outlook for temperatures as well as the outlook for our precip. Let's go ahead and do that. Oops, wrong one. Oh, I do want to show you the severity index. I want to see what that is expecting to show here for day 3. As you can see, we do have a severity index right here, minor impacts, and then we do have more moderate impacts in areas of South Dakota. This is going to be day 3, so today's day 1. This would be into your Monday. Those would be travel impacts that you would be seeing from this. Areas of south central South Dakota. All right, and let's go ahead and take a look at the 6 to 10. Let me shut those other graphics off here real quick. All right, the 6 to 10 does show that much below or below normal temperatures for the blues, and then warmer air over the pretty much the Rockies and down into the extreme southwest part of the United States. And then as far as moisture goes, let's go ahead and take a quick peek at that. There it is, more moisture over into western part of South Dakota and up into Montana. And then drier conditions expected over into the East Coast. That 6 to 10, let me give you an idea of where that falls. One moment here. So this is the 8 to 14, but what I want to do is I want to show you, this is the 6 to 10 day outlook is from January 2nd through the 6th. Now that's going to be going through another update from CPC later on today, so we'll have to see how that plays out. 8 to 14 is January 4th through the 10th. So basically your first couple of weeks of January. And we are seeing, again, much below normal temperatures into the southeast and slightly below normal temperatures for areas of South Dakota, and then continuing to be much above normal for areas of the Pacific and the Northwest as well as the Southwest. All right, that is the latest information that we have. One more quick peek at our 7-day forecast. There's Aberdeen over the next 7 days. Greatest day temperature-wise is for today with 50s. And then as far as Sioux Falls goes, we got a great day on tap today, even most of Sunday, and then Monday is when things get a little crazy with the mixed precip and possibly some snow. And then Aberdeen, great day today and tomorrow, but then we do see issues again. All right, so I'm going to let you all go. God bless you all. Stay safe, and thanks for tuning in.